Ever wondered which was the first 16-bit generation console? Well, let me take you back to 1987, a year that marked a significant milestone in the gaming industry, the year the TurboGrafx-16 was born in Japan. This console, also known as the PC Engine outside of North America, was a game changer, literally. 2 years later, in 1989, this revolutionary device made its debut in North America, making waves across the gaming community. But what set the TurboGrafx-16 apart? It wasn't just its 16-bit prowess, it was also the first console to boast a CD-ROM add-on. This addition opened up a new world of possibilities, allowing games to be larger and more complex than ever before. The TurboGrafx-16 was not just another gaming console, it was a pioneer, setting the stage for the future of gaming. And that, my friends, is how the TurboGrafx-16 made its grand entry into the world of gaming. Now, what makes this console tick? Let's dive into the architecture of the TurboGrafx-16. This console is a fascinating mix of 8-bit and 16-bit technology. At its heart, it boasts an 8-bit CPU, a proprietary NEC design known as the HUC-6280, capable of operating at 2 speeds. But don't let the 8-bit fool you, for the TurboGrafx-16 is teeming with 16-bit power thanks to its GPU chipset. This potent combination allows for some impressive gaming experiences. Adding to its unique architecture, the TurboGrafx-16 is equipped with a memory management unit and a video display controller. The VDC, armed with a tile engine and 64 kilobytes of VRAM, is the unsung hero. It's responsible for drawing what the player sees on the screen, creating those vivid images and immersive gaming worlds we've come to associate with this console. So it's not just about the looks, is it? The TurboGrafx-16 packs quite a punch under the hood. We've seen the body. Now let's talk about the hands and feet, the controller. The TurboGrafx-16 controller, like many of its contemporaries, sports a D-pad, a select and run button, and 2 buttons labeled 1 and 2. But it isn't just any typical controller. Each button on this nifty gadget boasts 3 turbo intensities. Imagine the power at your fingertips, giving you the edge in those intense shoot-'em-ups. The layout of the controller was designed with the player in mind, ensuring a comfortable grip and easy access to all buttons. The select and run buttons were positioned perfectly for quick menu navigation and game control. The 2 buttons, labeled 1 and 2, were the main action buttons, offering a range of functions depending on the game. And then there's the turbo, a feature that turned the tide of many gaming battles. With its distinctive layout and turbo intensities, the TurboGrafx-16 controller was truly a game changer. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the aesthetic appeal of the TurboGrafx-16. This console has a certain charm that sets it apart. Its blocky case might be seen as a nod to its roots in the late 80s, a time when functionality trumped sleek design. The 2-button pad, while simple by today's standards, was just right for the gaming era it was born into. Now, the US version of the TurboGrafx-16 is a striking black, a hue that gives it an air of sophistication. It supports 1 controller, a nod to the solo gamers. But don't worry, multiplayer enthusiasts weren't left out. With the purchase of a Turbo Tab, you can have up to 4 controllers, perfect for those intense gaming sessions with friends. So, whether it's the blocky case, the simple 2-button pad, or the striking black color, there's no denying that in terms of appearance, the TurboGrafx-16 certainly stands out from the crowd. Ever thought about collecting consoles? The TurboGrafx-16 might be a good place to start. This retro gaming gem has become quite a sought-after piece among collectors. For starters, its historical significance as the first 16-bit generation console and the first to introduce a CD-ROM add-on makes it a standout relic from the golden age of gaming. Its unique architecture, including the 8-bit CPU and a 16-bit graphics processing unit, is a testament to the technical prowess of its time. The TurboGrafx-16's distinctive blocky case and the 2-button pad also add to its charm. The US version, with its sleek black casing, is particularly favoured among collectors. Moreover, the controller's layout with a D-pad, select and run button and 2 buttons labelled 1 and 2, each offering 3 turbo intensities, is a feature that piques interest. So if you're a collector or simply a gaming enthusiast, the TurboGrafx-16 is one console you might want to get your hands on.